sorry, I try not to do the same title twice in a row, but this is Stir Fry Squadron 51. I reviewed number 50 yesterday, and that issue wasn't very good, but this one is great. My main problem with that issue yesterday was too many characters. There was too much happening. There wasn't really a clear story. Well, this issue is laser focused like a laser. This one is just a good little Justice Society of Superheroes story with the heroes fighting a team of villains, and it also ties in with Captain Marbles, the real one, Biffy Batson, because the main villain is Mind Worm Man from the end of his film. Mind Worm Man, he is leading the evil society of evil monsters of evil, and here is one of them. This is Statue Man, but this is just a statue, a normal statue. Didn't think about that. No, wait, it has come to life. The statue, it has come to life and it is attacking people. Where do comics get their mad ideas? Statue Man, he is an hard villain from a Golden Age Spectre story. And Spectre, he is my favourite DC character. But unfortunately, I didn't have any of his Golden Age comics. I would like to have them, I'd like to have them all, but I want reading copies like this, you know, ones that on mint condition graded type of comics, just ones with maybe little scuffs or little tears or creases, ones that you can actually read. But because I have not read any of them old Spectre comics, I didn't really know who Statue Man is. I didn't think he appears again after this story either. But Mind Worm Man shows up to recruit Statue Man for his evil society of evil monsters of evil. Meanwhile, Dr. Fates and Minuteman from the Justice Society of Superheroes, they are returning to their base. But they didn't realise when they were busy last issue, the rest of the team were fired into space by Nazis. And when they get to their headquarters, they find that Mind Worm Man and the evil society of evil monsters of evil have taken it over, and they are looking to beat up the Justice Society of Superheroes. And they've actually already beaten and tied up Orkin Girl. All these characters, all these villains on the evil society of evil monsters of evil, like Statue Man, they are all obscure Golden Age baddies, and while you won't know any of them, the book treats them seriously and makes them feel like an actual threat. I think it is good at that. On paper, you might think this team of baddies is lame, but the story never treats them as such. This guy with glasses and the dodgy beard, he is from an odd Dr. Fate story. And this woman, she is a Stephen Hawkman baddie. So Dr. Fate and Minuteman, they are clearly outnumbered, but they still try to fight because they are heroes. This one down here, the Green Man, I didn't remember what they said he came from, but he has got flower powers and he uses them to subdue Minuteman. So Dr. Fate, he's fighting Statue Man, and both the heroes, they get beat quite bad. Not because the villains are meant to be better than them, just because they are overwhelmed by sheer number. I would say maybe having Orkin Girl beaten up and tied up off panel is a bit insulting to her character. She doesn't really get out a day in this story, and that is a shame. So with these three members of the Justice Society of Superheroes defeated and captured, we start getting some backstory on Mind Worm Man, and this bit maybe makes him too sympathetic, because he is a cute little worm man. This issue is a Christmas on Infinite Earths crossover tie-in, but it doesn't really tie in at all. Just this one part of Mind Worm Man's backstory, where he sees Harbinger and Allbrand flying in space. Mindworm Man's story is he went to Earth to meet all his heroes and he was disappointed, so then he decides to just kill his heroes instead. His motivation is a bit too random, and here we see him recruiting all the other evil monsters for the evil society of evil monsters of evil. There's the flower one, there's the dodgy beard one, and this is the Stephen Ortman baddie. But all hope isn't lost because a fourth hero suddenly shows up to help. And this hero is Sandman from the Metallica song. But this is back when he was just a little boy. He was Sandboy from the Metallica song. He's a member of the Infiniteers, and obviously he is not enough to defeat them, but he does manage to change the tables temporarily, and he frees Minuteman, and then he also frees Orkin Girl, and they opt to retreat while Dr. Fate again tries to fight Statue Man. And it's a good little fight, but they both get teleported away to another dimension, and we end here with the three heroes exhausted from the battle and trying to think how they are going to come back and fight the evil society of evil monsters of evil. Nice little team image there, I like that. And we end with a subplot page setting up the next issue. Liberty Bell and Fastman from Stir-Fry Squadron, they got married and then they were teleported away at the end of issue 50. And Green Lanterns, the original, John Scott, he was with them. And look, it's Captain Marbles, the real one, Biffy Batson. To be continued. This is a really good issue, classic superhero story really. Underman team fighting against a baddie team who have greater numbers. It's kind of a classic underdog story thing. Even though Dr. Fate and Minuteman, they get beat, they're still given good showings against the Villains. I rate this comic 7 thumbs up.